The total value of goods exchanged in product markets each year is measured by GDP or gross domestic product. Likewise, in factor market, factor earnings will be determined by factor prices and the amount of factors exchanged in factor market. So factor earnings consist of two things. So we'll have factor earnings would be equal to transfer earnings plus economic rent. So let's look at this through a diagram. We have here wage rate. Because it's factor market, an example in factor market, let's look at labor as of a factor of production, and we have wage rate and employment. So this would be labor demand. This line would be labor supply. So here we'll mark this as O. This would be A, B, C, and D. So economic rent is any amount earned by a factor of production, such as labor in this example, above the minimum amount they require to work in a current occupation. So the minimum amount, this is the wage rate, this would be the minimum amount for this quantity demanded. So this line has the minimum amount, and this area, so this is the, if this is the wage rate at this equilibrium, so any amount that is earned more than the minimum amount would be economic rent. So this amount would be economic rent, which is the area for A, B, and C. And likewise, transfer earnings are the minimum reward required to keep factors of production such as labor in its current occupation. So if you look at the area of OBCD, I'll mark it this way. This would be transfer earnings. The area for OBCD. So in this example, the factor earnings would be the area of OACD. A simple formula to understand just this concept of economic rent and transfer earning is important. So demand for factor production exists due to the demand for goods and services. So the demand for factor of production is actually a derived demand rather than a direct demand, because the demand comes from goods and services.